I just let my subconscious speak for me. Try to lead your viewer into an adventure by creating an image that may take a second to see, but a lifetime to understand.
The strange and absurd stuff, it's just an appreciation for things that are out of the norm.
A lot of it comes from a dreamlike state where you're creating things that are just coming from inside of you.
The whole purpose of art is to make you feel something, how the universe works, why we're all here, what we're all made of, kind of breaking away and showing the subconscious within. Started gravitating towards surrealism in high school, seeing works by Dali and M.C. Escher, taking realistic elements and putting them in situations where maybe they wouldn't normally exist. So I bought a tattoo kit, started tattooing friends in the basement, and it kind of grew from there.
I mean, my background was carpentry and construction and doing whatever I had to do in order to help my habit of wanting to make art. I just like making weird things that look like they're out of dreams.
I was about 19 and I was in graphic design college. I just decided to learn about surrealism tattooing. It's the nonconformity of it. It's the fact that I can incorporate elements that are not part of our reality that we can perceive. It's really a way of making people look at an object in a second way, making people see their realities differently.
Well, I just like surrealist tattoos. You know, they're very playful. You can get way more loose and you can add different aspects to it just to see if people would get it.
The word surrealism itself is like something that people talk about today when they can't really describe something. Like that was a moment that was surreal. What is surrealism? It's just the idea of mixing together odd components, things that are going to make a dreamlike reality.
Surrealism started post-World War I. It was a movement to kind of link the subconscious with the conscious world. So trying to use writings and imagery to represent that.
People were like, we should just try new things, try to blend things that are not supposed to be together. Let's take an apple and make it levitate in the front of a man, which became this very famous painting, The Son of Man from Magritte. It's just taking things and bringing them to another perspective. Dali would take a clock, and why would it be melting? Have you ever seen a melting clock? But the reason why he came up with it was probably because he was not thinking too much. He was just going with the flow, letting ideas just flow down, and probably just paint with the brush and come up with things on the spot.
The kind of symbols that are usually associated with surrealism, it would be hands, faces, screaming faces, bricks, brick patterns, televisions. These are things that you can kind of put a twist on. Everyone wants a girl head for a tattoo. They make great tattoos, but to make it surrealist, maybe I use two girl heads inside of itself.
With the tattoos I'm creating, I'm trying to represent that mindset. When you enter, into like a REM sleep or that dreamlike state, those walls start to break down and your subconscious comes to the forefront.
I definitely hope that people relate to my tattoos, because I'm creating these out of my imagination. What they mean, I don't really know. But usually there's someone somewhere that can say, oh, I love that image. And then there's a communication there. So now you're communicating through images.
We don't really think when we create. It's just this part of the brain that creates right away. I just let my subconscious speak for me. Like, what would happen if gravity changes right now? What would I be doing? What if I put it into art? Maybe it'll be a way of people taking a different perspective on classic objects.
I think that color use in surrealist tattooing is important because with colors, you can evoke different feelings in people, but with the colors, that's when you don't necessarily get a psychedelic look, but you get more of a dreamy look, and you get more of these different realms of thought that people will go into because color always evokes thought.
Instead of just putting colors everywhere, I want to have like small little contained areas where there's a lot of really bright color, almost in like a rainbow spectrum, and then I'll kind of frame it out with heavy black.
What I want to bring with my colors is sort of a feeling, so I would use a lot of purples and teals together. Purple is spooky, teal is more like of a calm color, so what if I blended two of them? It gives sort of a feeling to the viewer, and then you add a lot of black to it. The display of those two colors tells a story. I tattooed some people and they start crying after the tattoo because they've rarely seen those colors work together.
I think that surrealist tattoos are going to continue to evolve and go places and be popular because people's acceptance of what a tattoo is becoming way more broad. You know, people want to see different things, and as artists are creating more tattoo flash that look different, more people want to try that out and get that tattooed.
I think the reaction I'm hoping for when people look at my tattoos is the initial wow factor, and then maybe have some memories of being somewhere that brings them to that place.
In terms of my own art, I just kind of want it to keep evolving. I want the style to keep solidifying, and that's what gets me up every morning. I'm like, I have 5 ideas that have to get done right now.
Surrealism tattooing is such a new thing. People tend to bash on it a lot. People tend to say, okay, it's not the proper way of doing things because you guys should put outlines everywhere. You guys should put this and do this and that. And we've been told what to do our whole lives. And we just don't want to be part of a movement. We want to be the movement. We want to be our own selves and just be able to create something without really having to be told what to do.